Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Scratch Cat. Today I will show you how to make this very amazing game in Scratch. Where the cat is catching the sandwiches and it increments the score. So let's get started. First, we need to create a new project. So I will click new. First, we will rename the project to Flying Game. Okay. First, we need to change this, delete this sprite 1. Yes, we do need the cat, but we need the cat flying costume. So I will select that from the scratch library. Here it is. This is the scratch cat. Okay. Now we need to import another sprite, which is the thing that the cat is catching or eating or anything. Touching, let us say. I am going to choose a sandwich. Too bad I don't know the name. It's in food, I think. Yes, taco. Yes. You can delete this taco wizard one. It will create a lot of confusion. And from the cat flying one, we are not including cat flying bee costume, so we can delete that also. First, we need to reduce the size of the tortilla, sorry, the taco to 20 because it's very big. 20. Great. Now, I am going to make a project in which the cat is flying in space. So we need to make a suit, not a suit, the cap of the cat. So for that there are some complications. First, we need to group everything because otherwise it will be very confusing. So Control A G, we can group it. And when the required time comes, we can ungroup it. I am going to ungroup it in this episode. So let us draw a big circle around the head of the scratch cat. Put it backward and okay. Now is the time when we need to ungroup the scratch cat's body. Now we can select the circle, forward. Do the forward button until only the scratch cat's head is visible. Okay, great. It's looking right. So now we need to change the color of this to black so we can reduce brightness to 0. That will make it black. And then we need to add a border to it to make it look like a cat. Sorry, make it look like the helmet. So outline white, we need white outline. We can change the outline width to 5. Okay, now that that's done, we can add a little bit of 1 minute. Yes. Yes. So sorry, I'm sorting through this mess. Yes, we can add a sort of glow in the Scratch Cat's helmet, like this. That will make it look like it's in space. Okay. Now we need to change the backdrop to black. We can do that by making a big square rectangle, snapping it in the middle, centering it, and then changing it to black. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to add functionality to the Scratch Cat. So I have created the scratch cat so that when it can go up and down using the arrow keys. So my preferred way of doing this is if statement, but for this video I will do this in the normal way. When up arrow is pressed, I want to change the cat, I want to move the cat upwards. In Scratch, everything is in x and y coordinates. So, moving up means adding, changing wipe x position by -10. So, changing the y position by not -10, about 15, let us say. Change y position by 15. So, if we change y position by 15, it will be sort of like this. Let me show you. 15 means like that. 62 is 62. So the up arrow, when we press the up arrow, it will be like that. So change y by 15. We can duplicate this thing that we coded now and just replace up arrow with down arrow and then change y by -15. Let's test out. Okay, it is working. We can add a functionality like it need not go out of the screen like that, but I will do that later. So now the cat needs to, okay, that we can do using. Now we need to go to the taco sprite, and when flag clicked, it needs to show. First of all, it needs to show, and then it needs to go to this. It needs to show, and then it needs to go to a random position somewhere here. Needs to go to a random position. Okay, 1 minute. Go to random position, and then it the y position of the random position should be somewhere here. The x position should be somewhere here. Let us set it as 230. Okay, that is that. Let us see it. Okay, so it is lining up at the edge of the screen. Great. Now, to go from here to here, we need to move forward by about minus, let's say, -15 x positions to come here 40 times. We're going to repeat that 40 times. So repeat 40 times. Repeat 40 times. Change x by -15. Okay, change. Where is it? But the problem with this code is that, let me run it and show you. It is moving a little bit too fast, I think. Too fast for the cat to touch it. So I think we can wait for a matter of seconds. A fraction of a second, seriously. Let's say 0.000.05. Let us check it out. Okay, that is working. That is that. And I think the range by which this fly should also be adjusted. The cat should be a little bit. Let's put it as 40. Let's do quick. 30 and -30. I think that's okay. Yes, that's enough. Now, when the cat is touching the taco, it needs to. What does it need to do? It needs to set up a. First, we need to set up a score variable. So, let us set up a score variable. Variables. Make a variable score. We can store it as a cloud variable. So set when it is touching. So is it showing it? Yes. So score equals to, we can change it to equals to so that it will be much more evident. Score equals to this much. So when flag clicked, this needs to run forever. It means to check it forever. Forever, if it is touching the taco, we can use the touching function there. If it is touching the taco, it needs to increment score by 1. So change score equals to by 1, and then it needs to indicate in a way that we have just touched the taco. So we can play a sound. I'll use the connect sound. That sound. Now we can start sound connect, and then I'd like to add another like fun feature. Change pitch by 2, and then so we need to set pitch here to 0. So if we like change the pitch, it will be different at different places. So let's say 4. Change pitch by 4, and we need to. Okay. Let us try this out. Okay. That was weird. It's not working now. It incremented the score to 35. Now, it cannot increment the score to 35. That means it is saying that it is touching the score, touching the, what can we say, touching the taco by 35 times. But that's wrong. So we can add 8 statement here. Let's try it now. Yes, now it is working. But you will see that the taco is stopping. That is because I've only coded it once to come. Okay. Now the code of the cat flying is done. It is completed. Now I need to go to the taco. Now we need to put this in a forever loop. And this is in a forever loop. Let's try it out. Okay. But now it is not moving. We need to put this here. Okay. Clever. But now it is all coming from the same place. Okay. This should come. Set x to 230. It's surprising. Why is it coming from the same place? Let us try change x. Maybe that is the problem. Change x by 250. Because set x is always like 1. Change x is like changing x. Let's try it. Still it is not working. Surprising. Okay, I understand. The go to random function is not in the forever loop. Let's try it now. Okay. Okay. Now we need to add another simple thing, that is set the score to 0 when it begins. So set score to 0. Okay guys, so this is the flying game that I created. One more thing we can add, this for fun. We can change the color effect of the taco by 25 every time it comes. Be more colorful. Okay guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you. Bye.